the Amish. The Amish are culturally known for their plain living, simple eating, and the lack of relationship with technology that they have. According to Soft Schools, the Amish immigrated to the United States in the early 1700s. There is a heavy concentration of them in Pennsylvania, but they are spread out between Ohio and Indiana as well. Would you be able to live with a minimal relationship with technology? How has this culture been able to progress the way that we have with the lack of technology? The American Protestant group, the Amish, are culturally known for the lack of technology that they use. But in recent years, the strict adherence to the traditional ways has relaxed in certain areas. Demographically, many of the Amish people still prevail in their traditional ways, which includes using a horse and buggy, making furniture, and barn raisings. There are few areas of the United States where the Amish allow for technology to help them progress. In certain areas of the United States where the Amish have settled, their strict, non-existent relationship with technology has relaxed, but in other areas it still prevails. It relies on the demographic that you are looking at. It is unlikely to see a horse and buggy going down the busy streets of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but in the backcountry roads of Goshen, Indiana, it is seen more prominently. So what is a horse and buggy? According to Popular Mechanics, the Amish buggies roll on either steel or solid rubber tires, but our builder says most use steel. The body itself is made out of fiberglass, and it gets shipped to the Amish and they finish there in shop. The author from Popular Mechanics, Matthew Janser, believes that these devices have never stopped advancing, even if the Amish don't use technology. In today's world, the buggies must have brake lights and turn signals. The neat thing about these buggies is that they are equipped with a dashboard that has switches and lights. In the article, the Amish horse-drawn buggy is more tech-forward than you think. It says the buggy, when finished, is upwards of $8,000. These horse-drawn carriages are used for everyday transportation, just like we use our cars. Matthew Janser stated, most people will buy their 16-year-old horse, a harness, and a used buggy. And then we have people who trade in their buggy every 5 to 8 years. These families can have these buggies for 40 to 50 years and only have to rebuild them a couple times. Not only do the Amish build their own source of transportation, they also build their own furniture. Building furniture takes more than just a hammer and some nails. The Amish are known for their well put together furniture. In an article that was written by Rachel Feltman in 2018, it said that the Amish believe in not allowing people to have control over their lives and their families. In our technological savvy world that we live in, the Amish have adapted with us. They use power tools, lights, and computers, according to author Rachel Feltman in her article, This is how the Amish use power tools. The tools that they are now using are pneumatic tools. These tools have two types of motors, linear and rotary. Both of the motors are powered the same way, through a diesel engine connected to an air compressor, which is stated in the article, This is how the Amish use power tools. This then builds up pressure to power the tool. These tools have allowed for the Amish to prevail in our technological inclined world. The Amish made it all of these years building their own belongings, so why is a house so different? Our initial vision of what a barn raising would look like is not acceptable anymore. The reason for that would be that the Amish are now using power tools and generators while conducting these massive gatherings, according to author Rachel Feltman. They are still conducting their years-old ritual, but they are just adding a modern touch. The Amish believe in building their own things, whether it is a house or a barn. Jordan, my cousin's boyfriend who is Amish, wants to build his own house before he gets married. In his free time, he gathers the things that he is going to need to get started on his dream house. Letting the growth happen throughout their communities is allowing for them to modernize and grow more as a community. The Amish have kept their culture in many ways, but they are just adding a modern twist now. Not all Amish live by the strict cultural ways. It is strictly based on the demographics. A prime example of this would be my cousin's boyfriend, Jordan. Jordan grew up in a household where most of his family is from Pennsylvania. Jordan went to school to be a pilot. Being a pilot means using technology to fly a plane. Jordan is from a small town in Indiana, just like my cousins. But his family is not as strict on the on the use of technology like some of the others. My uncle has Amish coworkers asking for rides home daily. Just because they don't own technology doesn't mean that they won't use it if they have the chance. They just don't want to own it on their own. Many are firm believers in the use of no technology at all. They believe in a simple life that only consists of faith, family, and work. Although the use of technology is not needed for the Amish to live the way that they want to live, they find other ways to progress and prevail throughout the United States. What would you do if you just saw a horse and buggy riding down the busy streets of Orlando?